Welcome to Rita's Reality. Today's episode is from February the 15th, 2024. It starts off with a run walk from Darling Harbor, Cockle Bay, which was just a short walk from our hotel, the Meriton Sussex on Sussex Street, all the way to Circular Cay, which was 2 miles away. Circular Cay is where cruise ships dock, and you will see the Sydney Harbor Bridge and the Sydney Opera House too. After my run walk, join me on our excursion with Perfect Day Sydney for a 10-plus hour adventure of waterfalls, pie, and wildlife. Come along and see the sights with me. Now it's time to get off the sidewalk by the road and head down the path by the water. Here's the Maranawi Cove, a swimming area that is in the Barangaroo area. A netting has been installed to keep swimmers inside the cove and safe from the harbor water traffic. I remember passing this area twice by water and this time on foot. At least one person was enjoying the cove each time I passed by. I did not get a chance to take a dip. And here further down the path is a place to walk down near the water. This is Stargazer Lawn. I'm very tired. There were many steps up to reach Stargazer Lawn. It is a place to rent for parties, have picnics, ride bikes, or just walk around and enjoy the views. So this is a movie theater where you lay on a bed that is on the sand. The move-in bed outdoor cinema is located in the Barangaroo area. I finally reached Waterman's Cove here, and as you can see, there is a large sign counting down the days and hours for the Taylor Swift tour to arrive in Sydney. I finally reached the King Street Wharf at Darling Harbor. I've stopped many times on the run to capture many memories and to catch my breath.
Time 1 hour 11 minutes 39 seconds. Total distance 4.0 miles. Average pace 17 minutes 54 seconds per mile. Split pace 24 minutes 33 seconds per mile.
Across the harbor is the Australian National Maritime Museum. The photos and videos you are about to see may not be in the exact order in which they took place. The adventure was filled with so many exciting experiences that it was difficult to remember. I was too busy enjoying the day to journal the day. We are on the way to our first adventure stop at Sublime Point Lookout in New South Wales, about 1.5 hours west of Sydney. And these are just some of the places that we passed by. Once upon a time, someone added a padlock to the lookout railing, which encouraged others to add locks. A chain was later installed for more locks to be added, which is now called a love lock chain. Notice how some of the locks have been engraved to commemorate the Lovelock couple. This stone marker says this beautiful view is a silent reminder of God's sublime love for us. While at Sublime Point Lookout, our guide shared an Australian and New Zealand favorite called the Anzac biscuit. The recipe includes rolled oats, flour, sugar, butter, golden syrup, baking soda, boiling water, and coconut. So you might be wondering, what is Anzac? I sure did. It is the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps established in World War I. The biscuits were originally called soldiers' biscuits, and the wives and the women's groups sent the biscuits to soldiers to boost morale. This recipe for the biscuits stayed fresh longer because it took days for the soldiers to receive the packages. Then we continued south to Wollongong, and I couldn't determine which scenery photos were taken in Wollongong, but I did provide this picture of a river. Then we had lunch at Robertson Pie Shop. This was a new recipe for us. The pies are an Australian and New Zealand pie that is filled with a variety of ingredients. It is meant to be eaten with your hands like a burger or hot dog. A few examples of the filling include steak and mushroom, beef, bacon, and cheese, chili, vegetables, chicken, beef, and potato are just a few of the menu options. Our next stop was Carrington Falls. There was so much to see here. Beautiful vegetation, beautiful lookouts, beautiful waterfall, safe paths to follow. So I really hope you enjoy some of the sights that I share with you. The Big Potato, located in Robertson, Australia, was a sculpture our guide wanted us to see. And yes, it is a big potato. Our next stop across from this house around 4:30 in the afternoon was to take a short hike to Roberts Lookout and Jersey Lookout. We drove down a dirt road to a small parking lot. The guide led the way along the path to beautiful views and a very tall waterfall. At some point along the day, we saw the Fitzroy Falls and Gorge. At around 6 p.m., we finally arrived at the campground at Kangaroo River, or was it Kangaroo Valley Lookout, or Kangaroo Valley, for a supper to include kangaroo burgers. While our guide set up his grill and prepared for our picnic, we walk around to see the park and take photos. In Australia, this is called a barbecue instead of grilling out. He prepared beef burgers, kangaroo burgers, chicken strips, and had some toppings for the sandwiches and some sides too. I tried 1/2 beef and 1/2 kangaroo burger patties and some chicken. Actually, I was not a fan of the kangaroo. After the meal, our guide takes us further into the park to share the differences between a kangaroo and a wallaby. The main difference is that a kangaroo is larger, and we also had photo opportunities with a wombat. And a wombat, we believe, looks like a cross between a pig and a groundhog. It's getting late, so our guide finishes packing up, and as we are driving out, it is getting dark, and we see that a group of kangaroos, called a mob, have gathered near the park entrance. Time to head back to Sydney. What an exciting day! Thanks for taking a part of your day to travel with me. If you enjoyed this episode of Rita's Reality, please like, subscribe, check out the other videos, and make a comment. God bless, be kind, and remember, it is never wrong to do right and never right to do wrong.